This video is about the flat line, okay? So this is for the people on the semen retention, my G's. Yeah, man, this is definitely real for sure, bro, for sure, because our dopamine, oxytocin, or the endorphins that we get from fucking busting is like out of this world. I mean, it creates life and stuff. So when we hit that flatline area where we're just like feeling like we haven't had what we're used to, it's basically a habit, an old habit which has been built into us. And then we hit that flatline area where it just feels like life is not as exciting, it's not as like sugar rushing type vibes, okay? Now, I've got a good fix for this, and I'm pretty sure this is what most people in the semen retention community, the ones who are actually like past a year and stuff, who are actually like G's, as opposed to the ones who have like gone off into that monk mode. You know, they're doing monk mode all the time, and that's not where we want to be. Unless that's you, then this is not the channel for you. We're trying to be fucking gangsters, and if we're going on that monk mode, then we need to go to a temple and we need to listen to someone with robes and shit. So flatline, okay? This is the misconception, because there isn't actually a flat line unless you want there to be a flat line, okay? So you're gonna, you know, it's all crazy and stuff, and then you hit this low and you're like, oh shit, how do I get out of this low? And if you continue on this low, this like flat line, yeah, like a heartbeat sensor, then you start to sort of like look more like a monk. You know, you're walking around like happy that, you know, in the presence of everything, and there's not so much, you know, this sort of like childish excitement, this sort of life force which is a lot more present, a lot more stable, as opposed to someone who's out shagging, who's you know, dancing. Basically, it's more of a dance when you're shagging, as opposed to when you're sort of like out of your life sort of excitement. You're more just like sort of accepting. You've surrendered to the way life sort of is, without any desires. With the flatline, what we want to do, okay, there's a book which I really recommend, which everyone recommends in the semen retention community, who have become those sort of gangsters who have gone over a year and who are now like doing very well, you know, dating, having lots of sex, etc. And that is The Way of the Superior Man. That is the one that you need to be going through, because the exercises at the back of the book in the second to last chapter is incredible, man. He talks about how to ejaculate up your spine, okay, which is like a different way of ejaculating, okay? It's different to how we've always sort of habitually thought that we just want to like get rid of our life force in that sense. Instead, what you want to be doing is doing this thing which he basically says that you want to be exhaling up your spine, and that's really, you exhale and up your spine, and then you inhale down your front, and that circle really keeps that actually gives you orgasms during sex when you're not like ejaculating, or you are, but you're sort of ejaculating up your spine. And apparently is the best experience that you can get, really, and you can do it as many times once you take control of it. So it's a completely different experience, okay? This is good for the flatline. Before I went off topic a little bit, is that we want to be basically getting little like spikes of like interest. It's basically, that's what it is, interest in sex, as opposed to staying away from it completely. That's when you go into that monk, and then you become, you know, a temple dweller, or whatever it's called, you know, sitting in silence. We want to get little spikes and just sort of slowly incline into sort of a more stabilized, normal routine of being interested in sex and dating and socializing and getting involved with the normal, not so normal, because there are a lot of degenerate people about. At least 50% are degenerate people who have no idea how to control their brains, okay? But there is a sense of normality where you're just integrating with society a lot more, and so that's where we want to be, okay? But the flatline, bro, it is difficult when you get into it. Like because I've been practicing this for ages, and I've never gotten past 2 months. But at 1 month, you do start to feel a flat line, maybe a bit before and a bit after. That's sort of around the 1 month mark. It's just it's really important to read The Way of the Superior Man, and sort of just be interested in where you want to be, as opposed to the sadness of where you are now. That's really how you get over this hurdle, and then you change your character completely, and you're not falling into old habits again. Come on, let's keep improving, and one love.